Oh, hello! Come here. Welcome to the community. Are you ready to tell us your story? If not, that's okay. But for now, let's hear from some others.
Maybe that will help you gain the confidence to start your journey of healing. We'll start off with silence, a peaceful void where nothing can harm you. This is a safe space. Now, let us bring you into the present with some peaceful sounds from nature, grounding you to the here and now. A lake. Acadia National Park. This is Jennifer Wechsler's story, as it's one of the most beautiful places that she has seen. She goes into nature as it's very soothing for her, and it helps relieve anxiety and stress.
Thank you for sharing your story. Nature can be a place of healing, of peace, but it can also be a place of connection. So up next to tell her story is Juanita Markham.
In 2020, I lost my baby sister to suicide. I had known loss before, but this one stole my breath and dropped me to my knees. What followed was an unraveling, one that had me questioning everything. Who was I? How had I come to be? Was this how I wanted to be? And if not, how did I want to show up in this world? What needed to change for these seeds to blossom? One thing was certain. I had to do. Before, I had ideated, always in my head. Now, I was going to have to turn those thoughts into actions. When I returned home from the funeral, we went camping in Maine. The autumn landscape was ablaze with color. Those brilliant hues touched something deep in me. Fiery maples, golden birches. I felt my grief reflected back at me. Raw, vibrant, aching with beauty. At the edge of this breathtaking overlook, I left a picture of my baby sister as a child on a tree, a quiet offering to her, the land, and the sky. It was the beginning of my journey, reconnecting with my lineage, exploring grief, facing trauma. These all became acts of devotion, ones that I carried out in the arms of nature. It held me, nourished me, and in time inspired me. In every way, it has become my teacher, guiding me down this path of remembering.
Thank you for sharing your deeply personal story. The next person to share their story is actually my mom. Since I've gotten the opportunity to share mine in the PSA, it's time to give her an opportunity to share her story.
Hi. Mom loved being a grandmother. My eldest niece named her Mima after trying to say the word grandma. Mima stuck, and Mom became a Mima. She was so proud of being a grandmother. She would stop strangers at the grocery store, people at church, anyone really, to brag about being a Mima. One of my favorite memories of her was when she would whip out her photo album of all her grandchildren. She would stop and brag about them for hours if she could. I believe that she looked at her grandchildren as her second chance. She was a single mom the majority of her life, and she lived a very hard life. She made a lot of mistakes with her own children. Having grandchildren who adored her was her clean slate, a chance to redeem herself. My son, in particular, adored his Mima. They had a very close bond. It was special to both of them, but especially to Mom because of her own past history with her son. Despite everything, Mom was an incredible grandmother. I loved my mom, but we had a very complicated relationship. When my son was born, it was a chance for us to grow closer, but in a very different way. I loved the way she loved my son. I loved the way she looked at him and held him and sang to him. Their relationship brought my mom and I closer.
Thank you, Mom, for sharing your story. And thank you to everyone who came along with me on this journey of healing and mental health awareness. So if you're ready to tell your story, whether it's to the community or to those closest to you, we're ready to listen. To begin your journey of healing.
If you want to share your story to be heard in the next iteration of the community film, submit your story to the Google form, link in the description. It has all the information you need, including a flyer, the previous films, PSAs, and audio portraits, along with a link to the community Discord. So thank you, and welcome to the community.